Hello Wolfies, and welcome back to the channel! I did not realize we were already back on Walpurgis. I feel like it was just not even a couple of months ago that I just finished rolling for Magical Girl and all those other IDs, but I spent all of my shards just to get the last Walpurgis IDs so I could fill it out, and then I just spent all of my LUNACY on the ARKNIGHTS collab, so how am I supposed to have enough to roll for these new Walpurgis IDs? But anyways, I just saw this come out on Twitter on the Limbus Company page, and now let's go take a look at exactly what is in here. I just saw the previews of the new Ishmael ID, and I think it was, who's the other one? I forget. But let's just watch the video, and I'll commentate on it when it plays. I'm kind of excited. Oh, it's their library stuff again. I like the music already. I don't think I recognize... Who's this? Oh, it's Gregor. Night Owls? Capitano. I don't remember where this was in Library of Ruina. I actually can't. The Index W Corp She Association. It's really interesting, this ID. He's using like a short sword of some kind. It's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, he does like follow-up attacks and stuff. Dang, okay. So every time he can do this up to twice, it looks like. What the heck is this? That's such a cool attack move. It looks like he works on follow-up attacks or counter moves. I've never seen a mechanic like that. I don't know what this would be called. Enkephalon event. Ooh. Oh, hey! We got a Gebera announcer. That's so cool. I feel like the announcers are the ones I have the least of. Sometimes I pull like 3 of the same one, and then I won't pull anything else. And this is the Ishmael one ID. Yeah, this is the one I saw on Jung's office. Why can't I remember anything about the offices? Like, I do remember She Association because everyone was injured, but these are some offices I don't usually remember. I don't know why. Is this the charge one? Oh, there was like a little card that appeared there. Diamond games were only the highest high rollers could participate. Huh. This looks like the skill 3. Ooh. It reminds me of like maybe the purple tier mechanic, where it's like based off the stance. That's pretty cool. I really like the art too. So it looks like we're getting 2 like swordsman class stuff. Ooh. These IDs look super cool. I haven't seen mechanic like this ever before. I don't think there's anything really like it. But it seems like when he isn't taking an action, or maybe when he takes the counter action, that whenever your allies attack, he just attacks along with it. They only show it happens twice with the Ishmael and Heathcliff base IDs, but it might actually just be however many times. This is just like a demonstration of it. It would be crazy if it attacks every single time, because we have up to what, like 7 characters on a scene. And I had to look up what these characters were from what offices they were about. The Night Owls, I don't exactly remember them, because in Library of Ruina, I didn't get as far as I'd like to. I'm at like the very end, right after. I'm thinking I'm like towards the end of Star of the City. But I feel like we've already gotten to this point yet, and I just don't remember where these guys are from. The Jung office, I do remember a little bit more. I just don't remember this like card mechanic that Ishmael is using. It seems to be like a little random based on like what skill you're using. I hope it's a little bit more static, because sometimes like there's a lot of RNG in this already, and sometimes if you just like pull the wrong card, it can really mess up your thing. It makes you have to think a little bit more. But looking at the pages, it's a lot of like what is this, like fragile, paralysis, haste. I don't know if it's going to be associated with like one of the more common library or one of the more common Limbus status effects. But the ID this is associated with is Hanafuda, and I just don't remember much about her. I don't know why. It's so maybe they're just like a long time ago and I just completely forgot about it, but the abilities look really amazing. This ID looks really amazing. And I really hope that like in the future we get like a little bit more insight. We just like revisit how the offices work. Like the Shi Association was super cool, and the Liu Association, they had like their whole character story arcs revolving around like the insights of these two offices, or like the Church of Gears and stuff like that. And I feel like in Limbus Company we don't really go very much in depth into these offices, like just, you know, tell their stories a little bit more, because I loved hearing about them. But it seems like after we finish with the Liu Association and like Shao and those guys, like we get the IDs from Walpurgis, and then like we don't hear about them ever again in Limbus Company. And I would just love to revisit some of that, like see what the aftermath of the events are like, how the offices are holding them now. Like I think it would be really cool if they delve more into that with Walpurgis, but I'm not gonna be picky. I'm gonna really enjoy these IDs. I'm gonna roll for them because these are limited for Walpurgis. And by the way, when I looked this up, I went to the Zhong office for the Library of Runa wiki, and it says it's just a regular reception available through general invitations through Urban Plague. And I was like, huh, I don't think I ever did any of the general invitations. I just didn't really think I had to grind anything, but that probably explains why like I don't really remember this office doing anything, because when I look it up, it might be lore about this somewhere, but like it has something to do with gambling. There's some notes on some of the characters' stuff, but there's not really a lot of information on the Zhong office. The Night Owls, though, I think does have a little bit more information on them. They're part of a syndicate associated with the Thumb. It says they were ordered to be purged by Kahlo after the Night Owls later questioned the Capo de Capi. And they were the only syndicate that can be found throughout general invitations throughout the start of the city. So it looks like these are both like general invitation ones. But honestly, like, I think I remember the Night Owls being part of a thing. Yeah, I do remember it. They were just like right before the start of the city, but they weren't like a huge part of the story, you know? They were just part of a syndicate that the higher ups wanted to get rid of. I do remember this actually. So, I mean, that's a bit lore, but the IDs don't really like stand out too much to me, as much as like, you know, the Magical Girl abnormalities that were both part of Library of Runa, and it was also in Lobotomy Corporation. Same with the Night of Sorrow for the Brody ID. But yeah, I mean, these are still cool, and the abilities are super neat. Be careful though, because I spent like 30,000 lunacy, and I only got like 2 egos for the last event. I had to like I had to spend like 200 of the Yisang identity things to get the third ID and or the third ego, and the last one was you could just get it through the event. But man, it costed me literally all of my new lunacy. I never had so much trouble rolling for something, and I went to pity like twice before I got to it. So hopefully, maybe they haven't announced another limited event yet, so I might as well just spend it on rolling on the Walpurgis stuff. It just didn't feel that long before the last one, so hey, Walpurgis 8 might just be right around the corner again. So I guess I don't really have to save up that much, but good luck rolling, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.